I'm Herb London, the president of the Hudson Institute. The great social philosopher Patiram Sorokin once wrote that the societies that rely on sensate pleasures, that is, sensual pleasures, will at some point arrive at a point where they are so distressed with the way in which societies are organized that they become ideational societies, that is, societies seeking transcendence. It is interesting to think about this in the context of present American values. There's no doubt in my mind that we are very much a sensate society. Have ideational positions emerged to the surface? Are Americans interested in transcendence? There are many instances where this is clearly the case. Pockets in the society where people are very much interested in thinking beyond themselves. The very core of our society has percolating in it the notion that we should think to some degree about transcendence. But more importantly, how is this translated into the culture? It seems to me that popular culture is to some degree degraded. We listen to rap music, and if you've listened or watched television programs or seen Hollywood films, there is no doubt about the degradation. Is it possible to find within popular culture this kind of ideational view, this notion of transcendence? There are, of course, some examples, but not many examples. But Wilberforce in the 19th century, clearly, along with his colleagues I might add, created a very different kind of environment, an environment that had a profound effect on the British society and in the end even led to the abolition of slavery. Now we should find ourselves in a position where there are Wilberforces in our own society, eager to see cultural change, change that would bring about an understanding of how societies operate. If there are exogenous forces that are driving American society today into a point where there's continual confrontation with radical Islam, for example, it seems to me that's brought about in large part because internally we have lost our sense of what we stand for, what we believe in. And here again I turn to these ideational values. Can the ideational values restore what is essential and what is meaningful in American society? Can popular culture create an environment where we're concerned about courage and resourcefulness and integrity, characteristics that once characterized American culture? It seems to me that there is a direction that we can follow. It is not coincidental that PG films, for example, tend to be more commercially successful than films that are rated R. Now, why should that be the case? Obviously, there's a hunger in America for something, a desire to once again restore the values that made this country an exceptional nation. This, it seems to me, is a message that we can deliver in a kind of cyclical way when we understand that we're going through a cycle, and in that cycle, I think there is a trend towards ideational values, or at least I hope so.